Hello. Right now we're going to walk through and show you, if you're interested, how to set up an outcome in Canvas. Now I'm in my sandbox course for my CAD Mechanical Design 2. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to my outcomes. It's grayed out until I actually add something to it. So I just click on that. Got nothing here. Now, as I'm looking at this, I've got a couple of different documents up here I'm working off of. Let's go over here to this, and this is my district document. So this is our guaranteed viable curriculum. Now, my GVC or guaranteed viable curriculum for my course is my strand in each section. So like my CAD Mechanical 2 classes, strand 1, reads, students will understand and apply mathematics using measuring conventions and scale. Now, if I go actually into the document, it looks something more like, let's see, where's the right one here? Right, like this. So if I go in here, there's my Google Docs. This is my state standard. Now, I've got my strand here, which is what I just read, but I have all these supporting standards. Now, that's what I put into my outcome. I put the strand, which is the viable curriculum, and I also put all the supporting standards in there so that the students can see the exact expectations I have for them. Now, problem with this is it's a PDF. Can't copy and paste from it. If I ask my state specialists, sometimes if they can, they'll share me editable document that I can cut and paste from. If you're lucky enough to have it UEN, then paste it as an HTML doc. You can copy and paste from that. But when it copies it, it does this if you're not really careful. So yeah, it kind of messes the whole show up. So in my case, I've actually generated them this way, and I'm going to work off them. But so I'll go in like this and work off that. Now to actually make an outcome, I'm going to go in here and go new outcome. And this is going to be my CM2-1. That's CAD Mechanical 2-1. That's the naming convention I use. And this naming convention, if you look back over here at the Google Doc of it, it's all about mathematics, measuring, and scale. So under this, I put mathematics, now I'm going to add a couple of things here, put some commas and things in where they belong. That's the name of the outcome. So when I look at it, I know which one I'm looking at. This is the friendly option. I can type it in longhand. So this is CAD Mechanical. I'm going to use one of the ones I put in before. CAD Mechanical 2, strand 1, standard. And this is going to be 1 through, I think it's 5 in this one. I'll look in a second. So then I do that. Now I've copied it off my document up there that I made, and I'm going to just paste it in here. And oh, there's only 4. So I can come back up here to this, change that to a 4 right there. Standards 1 through 4. All right. So there's that part done. Now on this, we use a 4-point scale. So I'm going to tweak this to automatically be a 4. And I don't like exceeds expectations or meets expectations. This is in my brain highly proficient. And I click there, and then this one would be proficient. Okay, and now I'm going to insert one under that that is, oh, I got to fix that P. Go back and fix this while I'm thinking about it, or otherwise I'll leave it. Okay, and then another one right here that goes in here at oh my gosh, I'm having a lovely day of typing. Standard 1 there. Now, does not meet expectations. No, I'm not going to let that stand because that's not exactly right. I only put this in if there is absolutely nothing there to grade. If they turn nothing in, I have a spot to mark in no data because there is no data on that to work from. So mastery's at 3. I don't like the term mastery. That's a hang up on my part. I do use a decaying average. Now that means that right here's what it explains. The last entry on this standard gets 65% of the overall points. So it's like they percentage them out. So 65% of the grade of the proficiency is based on the last one. That's in my brain to show growth. It is literally a way for me to look at it and see, are they showing growth, and is it a positive growth or is it a negative growth? And when I say positive growth or negative growth, that means, are they making improvement or are they backsliding? And there are some things if we neglect, we will backslide. So I leave that in there. Now you can mess with this value if you want. The school might come up with a standard of what they hold to. Whatever works. You can actually, pardon me, use the most recent score or the highest score they've achieved at it. I don't like that because it doesn't take into effect, if they neglect it, they lose the skill. But it's a choice and a philosophical thing you'll have to work out with your school and your district. But once I've got that, I just hit the save there, and there's my standard. Okay, so there's my first GVC, my first outcome, my first strand put in. So as I go through these and I add the rest of them, I'll pile them all up like this. So when I'm done, it'll look something like this. So that's my applied mathematics in 1. Standard 2, geometric instructions, line types, sectional views, and it's the same all the way down this. So I've actually put my 2s and my 3s because it's 1 year-long course into 1. And you'll notice some of these overlap in some courses and some don't. Like if I'm doing a robotics class, there's always a safety included. If I'm doing any type of engineering course that will have a lab, there'll definitely be safety involved there in both sections of it. And safety becomes a huge deal, but that all goes in there like that. So easiest way to though, simple way to plug those in. Now, one thing that is important to look at right here, once you get that done, you can then begin to manage your rubrics. And see, I've got 2 rubrics here. This one's got 13 criteria in it. So this is my title block criteria for design projects. The title block goes in. This is for traditional grading up here. And as I move towards standards-based, I can edit this, but it breaks down everything that's expected of the kids. When I get down here, I can go in on these as I'm scoring it. I can go down and look at, okay, what do they got to do? Well, that's what they got to show. It's the same thing as my outcomes tied in. So I can have highly proficient. If they actually have no data or it wasn't included in the assignment, I can actually just skip that one scoring. But right now, these sections only go into my mastery learning path. They do not go into my actual grade book because we're right now in a traditional system. But this lets the kids look at it when they look at their stuff, see where they're at. So if I go, let's go back up here a little bit. And I go in and I'm going to go home and tell it to look like a student view. There we go. And I come down here to my grades as a student view. And we're high speed today. If I go to my mastery learning path, I can see where I'm at in this. It can literally pull down these and I can see what standard I'm at, how I'm doing at that standard, what assignments are aligned to it. Now this is, like I said, this is a student view for a test student that I've got no data on because I don't enter those just for fun. And that's just for the quarters, current quarter. If I go back, quarter 3, I might have some data on that one because, yeah. Let's see if I got anything showing. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, but as I work through those, I can look at it, see where I'm at. I can compare assignments to outcomes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right.